Hello team, today we're going to be talking about watermarking your certificates in LifterLMS. So the way we do this is by adding a certificate template. When we're in the process of building it, we might say, how do we put a watermark here? What if we want to put like an overlay on top of our certificate so that people are less likely to copy it? I'm going to show you one idea about how to do that right now. So I'm using Canva as my design platform of choice. This is pretty simple to create a watermark. All we need to do is add a text box like this. Let's make the font size 150, and then mine is going to be called Emily Watermark. With our text on screen and blown up real big, let's rotate it this way because this is usually how we see watermarks on a certificate. Let's change the opacity to maybe 15. That's kind of where I like to put it. Boop, 15. And then we'll share this download as a PNG because we need something that is backgroundless. Make sure to check transparent background on whatever your design application of choice is. I'm using Canva. You could use Photoshop or anything you'd like. Let's design our certificate real quick. So this is my certificate of achievement or course completion certificate, however you want to do this. And then what we're going to do, and my recommendation is to use Cadence Blocks for this. Cadence Blocks is a free plugin for WordPress that gives you some more block options above and beyond what WordPress offers by default. Spectra by the Astra team also is another block pack that you could use, but in this video I'm using Cadence Blocks, and the reason I recommend it is because the image block that they have, the Image Advanced, allows us to do negative margins, which is really cool. If you can find another way to do negative margins, and then you can do that. But let's jump over, put it at the bottom. We're going to select our image, and then I'm going to need to upload that image that I just downloaded, that PNG, that transparent one, add it here, and we can already see the effect kind of happening. What we're going to need to do is put the watermark over the top of our image, and the way we're going to do that is using margin. In the Advanced tab on our Cadence Blocks, the reason I like Cadence Blocks is because you get these different options up here to be able to customize. But yeah, so Advanced tab on the top, let's separate these values so I can type on the top negative, I don't know, 600? Let's try it out. We're not going to get a great preview before we take a look at it, so you might need to adjust your padding a couple of times. That looks pretty good on the first try, but what you might notice when you try it is that 600 isn't enough for you and you need to go to like 700. Save your certificate. It's going to bring it higher up on the page. I was happy where mine was at with 600, but you can adjust this number bigger or lower to move it to where you want it to be. Right there. And so this is going to make it a little bit harder for people to mess with the formatting on your certificate because you have this like watermark on it, and at the very least it gives you this kind of stamp of authenticity in the sense that you have a watermark on your certificate. It looks official, it looks really good, and one recommendation is that I did a 16:9 layout here, and you can see my certificate maybe is 4:3. I think this is like a 4:3 layout, so you might want to do the angle a little bit differently, but this is fundamentally how it works. Now, one thing to remember is that this is just an image. If you have tech-savvy users who are gonna get funky, let's see, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to inspect. They could just display none. They can use their CSS skills to write display none, and then they could print it with without the watermark. But they could modify the certificate pages if they knew how to do that by default. So, cool watermark tip, and hope you learned something in this video, and I'll see you in the next one.